Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in for another video, and this is actually the first video that I get to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. It may seem kind of small to you guys, but 1,000 is a big goal to me considering I kind of just started, and I'm really thankful for every single one of you that has been supporting me and helping out my channel. Anyway, today's build challenge is one that a couple of you guys actually suggested. It's going to be so fun. It's the coloring book build challenge. And I believe that this challenge was created by Sid Mac, which she's a really talented builder, so check her out. So basically how this is going to go is we're going to build a house and decorate it entirely with only white swatches. And then when we're done, we go back through and change the swatch of every item to a colored swatch. Kind of like we're coloring in each item of the house. This may seem kind of simple, but it leaves room for a lot of chaos because when you're choosing the items at first, you don't know what color swatches the item has. So by the end of it, things just may not match. It may look like a colorful mess, but we can do our best to make it look good. So let's just go ahead and see how that turns out. First things first though, we gotta build a shell, but I definitely want to make it look cute and cozy, kind of like a house that you would see in a storybook. I feel like something like this isn't too big, it's not too small. I definitely want to add in a porch. I'm not sure if I want to put the front door on this wall or this wall, so I think I'm gonna do the floor plan first. Okay, it's a little bit smaller than I expected. I actually made it a little bit bigger, and I think I can fit at least 2 bedrooms up here. So let me just go ahead and see. Okay, sorry, I had to go into full focus mode because it was just way too small. I extended it a lot more, but now we have everything under control. And I actually really like the shape of this house. I think it just looks super cozy. Anyway, if you guys haven't noticed, I went ahead and filtered everything by white swatches. So let's find a front door for us. Let's do this classic door from Seasons. And I could just make it easy on us and use the Seasons windows, but I think I want to be a little bit crazy. So maybe I'll use some other windows. Maybe like the ones from Cats and Dogs. Cats and Dogs also has some really nice swatches. So it's like not too risky, but we're definitely testing our chances here. I think I'm just still feeling a little bit lucky from that last build that I did, where I did the black and white build challenge, and although it had its quirks, it definitely wasn't like bad by any means. So I guess we'll have to see if luck is on our side today too. Okay, I'm just about done with the windows. I think that the cottage living stairs have pretty good swatches. I don't know if the wood tones will match like our doors and our windows. Wow, it looks like we're very limited on our stone choices. Since we're using Cats and Dogs, maybe I should try these shingles. I hardly ever use these, so I think that might be fun to give a try. Wow, what about the roof? Oh my gosh, these don't fit the vibe at all. All I know is that I definitely don't use these roofs often, so the swatches are probably going to be interesting. Wait, do you think I can leave some swatches just white? Because I only ever really use white columns. You know what? No, I think that we have to go all in. I need to rethink this then. I can't use my get together columns. Maybe I'll go with the one from Cats and Dogs, because I'm just hoping that there's going to be a matching swatch. You know, I kind of like this base game fence. I don't know why I'm making these bad decisions and using items from different packs. It's definitely gonna get us into some trouble later. I know that these aren't fully white, but the boxes, and that's good enough for me. Okay, I know that's kind of a lot, but some might argue that you can never have too many planter boxes on your windows. And I personally believe that, so maybe just a few little gardening pots. Always gotta have at least one of those in my builds. But yeah, there's not really much room on the patio, so I think I'm just going to finish up with it. But I need to do some landscaping, and originally I was just going to use like the normal trees, but we do have a white tree, so I guess we kind of have to use this one. Oh, they have some hedges. Okay, well here's our cute, simple little exterior. I'm really interested to see if these wallpapers match and all the wood swatches to see if they match. But now we can move inside. I feel like we have some pretty good options for flooring. I was going to use the Cats and Dogs, or even the Eco Lifestyle. I literally never used Eco Lifestyle flooring. This would be a good opportunity. One of you guys in my last videos said that I had 0 survival instincts because I was choosing swatches for the black and white challenge that I've never used before, basically setting myself up for failure. Okay, I'm gonna start with the living room slash entryway area. So let's find a wallpaper for us to use. A lot of these are not actually white. Ooh, this wallpaper's cute. And just to keep it interesting, I don't really want to use any of the same wallpapers throughout the house. And for our kitchen, a white tile would be perfect. For the doors, you know what? You know, I never used the Seasons doors for inside, and we did use Seasons for the front door. So at least it would match a little bit. And there aren't like white swatches for TVs, but I never used these frame TVs. I'm going to use one of them even though the picture isn't white. Let's use this couch from Cottage Living. I'm not sure if there's a matching sofa though, so I'll just use a random one, like maybe this ottoman. The rug options definitely scare me a little bit. I'm just kind of cluttering up a bit before I move on. Definitely can't forget our curtains. I've been on a roll in my videos. I kind of feel like the clutter options are lacking for white objects, so bear with me. I totally forgot that we can add our own pillows, so I'm just going to do that on this ottoman. Let's see, I wonder what paintings we'll have since only white is tagged. It looks like even if the painting isn't white, it will still tag it as white, just as long as the border's white. And I feel like having maybe a couple pets in here, I feel like that could be a nice touch. And I think I'm gonna make one of them a cat, so I'll have to remember to put a litter box in somewhere. But I think we're actually ready to move into the office right now. You know, I wonder what skill items even have a white swatch, because I don't think that the art easel does. I guess we'll have to see. We are gonna need some pretty big curtains to cover this window. Oh, we could definitely put a piano in. I wonder if we'll be able to squeeze in a chess table, like in the middle of the room. That's not too bad. I feel like that's enough space. I think we're making pretty good use of this space that we have here. Look how cute that is in that little shelf. I feel like they should make Sims items in real life. Like imagine they just had a Sims furniture store. I'm thinking about moving the chess table into the living room because this like blank spot was bothering me so much. I really like this little cat poster. I think that would be a cute addition. I feel like these people love their cats. Now we're moving on to the bathroom. Let me find some tile. I don't want to use this one that we use in the kitchen because we already used it and I want to switch it up. And you know what? I was thinking we could use this tile because it matches, right? But we actually don't know that because we're gonna have to change the swatch. But I'm down to see what happens with it. Let's see if we want to fit the litter box in here. This might have to be a half bath. Bathrooms are going to be quick and simple. Okay, and I think that's good. What counters have I not used in a long time? I don't know. I don't know if I've actually ever used these ones from Dream Home Decorator. I've definitely used the other ones, but these ones I don't think I have yet. This is so cute. I've never used this item in the kitchen. It's like an alarm clock, so I've only used it in the bedroom, but I forgot it's supposed to be like a toaster. And there's more space than I expected for a dining room, so this shouldn't be too bad. I think that is super cute. You know what? I wonder if we can squeeze in a little area right here to add like a microwave and stuff. And what else should we do? I feel like they have a cozy living room area, so maybe I'll put a popcorn machine. I swear I actually almost forgot that we have to change all the swatches at the end. I was like, you know, this is a pretty cute house so far, but I guess we kind of have to wait till the end to see if that's gonna stay true. All right, we're almost there though. We just gotta go upstairs. You know, I was gonna carry up the wallpaper from downstairs, but I hate how the baseboards are there. Like it doesn't make sense. So I feel like we have to use something plain instead. I really hate how these curtains are clipping over the staircase. So I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not gonna put any curtains in here. We could just do a little chair and a side table. Maybe the kid is in Scouts. I think that's a cute little idea and a good way to fill in the space. It also doesn't have very many swatches, so I guess that's a good and a bad thing. Yeah, I'd say that that's good. Now I'm going to move on into the kids' bedroom. This is what I was excited for. I feel like the bedrooms could end up really interesting, and I kept seeing this Dream Home Decorator wallpaper. There it is. Okay, I sincerely don't think I've ever used it because it's just kind of weird. It's just like a bunch of triangles, but I think it would be fun in a build like this. There's definitely not that many toy options that are in the white swatch, which I'm not very surprised. Oh my gosh, this egg rug. What? I want to just use that as that swatch. This room's looking pretty cute so far. I never really use these curtains, but they're kind of the only ones that fit the window, so that'll be a surprise when we look at those swatches. Hopefully a good surprise. Okay, well this is kind of a small room, so not many other things that we can fit in, and we're gonna move on to the parents' bedroom. I'm keeping it going with the white flooring. What even are these beds? I want to know if you guys use these beds. For some reason, to me, it just looks like unfinished. Maybe we could go with this growing together bed. I know like the wood tone isn't white, but obviously it's fine. The rest of the bed is. This little fox lamp is so adorable. And can I just say, this room might end up looking like a mess. I'm just using a bunch of items from different packs. I'm kind of running out of artwork options. We definitely need a cat tower in here. Even though it's a tight squeeze, I think that they'd be willing to sacrifice that space for their cat. And I feel like another cat bed's necessary also. Gosh, you know what I totally did not realize? This whole time I've been putting curtains up and I forgot that I have to change the swatch from white. I always have my curtains white. One last room, actually, this is the last room of the house. You know what? I used this as the wallpaper in one of the bathrooms, so now I'm gonna use it as the floor in this one. And for the wallpaper, I'll do this one from Home Chef Hustle. Since this is the only bathroom in the house that will have a shower, I'm going to do a bathtub shower combo. All right, we got all the necessities in. Now for the decorations. Ooh, not a fan of how the glass is touching the window, and the curtains are definitely gonna clip. Even when I push it into the wall, it's still clipping a little bit, but I think it's better than having no curtains in your bathroom at all. That would be a little scary. Okay, and I think maybe just a bath mat and then we're good. There, that's a nice one. Okay, quick overview. These are our bedrooms, one of our bathrooms, and this little hallway. Downstairs, we have our living room entryway area. I love the vibes of this whole place. This office is really cute and honestly good for gameplay since there's so many skill objects, and our other little bathroom. Okay, I think you know what time it is. It's time to go through and paint everything that we just placed. I'm definitely gonna be starting on the exterior. I'm a little bit nervous for this, so let's just all get ready. Be prepared for some rooms that don't match at all. Okay, so this is the roof swatch we used, and these are our options. Wow, okay. Well, I feel like the only reasonable one here is this gray one. I don't know if I want to do the brown or the blue. I'm going to just go with the blue for now. This is actually nice. Yeah, let's just put that all around the bottom floor. Does that match with the blue? I can't really tell. These are our options for the windows. What if we just go for the mint? Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking maybe the gray because it kind of matches the roof. But that looks weird with our stone. Oh my god. Don't take the shaders off. Don't take the shaders off. This is like making me have second thoughts. Should we go with the darker one? What if we do the dark stone with the gray windows? I honestly thought that we were gonna do a good job. Now I'm not so sure. Okay, I almost missed a spot. That might happen during this challenge. But yeah, don't be surprised if I forget anything. I'll do my best, but there's a lot of little items to change. Wow, I don't know what to do. Maybe this door? Is that gray? I think that looks gray. So that matches the windows, even though it has a really weird black trim. I think that's our best bet. And you know what we could do? What if we do the black fence? Actually, that kind of looks bad. Never mind. Maybe a gray fence. I don't know. They kind of all look bad. Oh, okay. So this isn't what I was expecting for the stairs. Oh no. That's not even black. Is that blue? I'm trying to like bring in black any way that I can. I still think that the black fence is a little bit off, but like genuinely there's nothing I can do. Oh no. These don't have good swatches either. I mean, I guess we can go with the black, but that just doesn't fit. That doesn't fit the vibes. I don't know. I think that's good enough. And I can change these bushes to pink to match our flower boxes. Okay, well, there wasn't much furniture outside, so we can move in now. Say bye to all the nice white furniture we have because it's gonna get ugly real quick. This lighter wood is pretty nice, or we could go with the dark wood since our house on the outside is kind of dark. You know what? If we keep the green, I feel like this color looks super good with it. We can do this cream growing together fireplace, and I guess this lamp can just be maybe silver. I've already went ahead and changed a couple clutter items, but I kind of want to change the TV swatch, see what options we have. Okay, not the best options. Maybe this Christmassy one. I think that matches the color scheme the best. Maybe they just really like Christmas. Oh no. I thought that there would be at least a cream swatch on these. There's not. I don't even know what to go with. Maybe the gray? I don't know if it's just because I'm used to having white curtains strictly, but that is kind of ugly. I can't forget to change the pillow swatches. I wonder if we can do gray to like match the curtains. Okay, now over at the entryway, I have to do the chest table. Why does that look so dark? That's supposed to match like the base game Lightwood. I mean, you can even tell in the swatch. Maybe if we do something like this, I think that actually matches enough. It obviously could be better. I forgot Pastel Pop has like no neutrals. And we can't do white, so our only option is black, which like really doesn't fit what I was going for. Maybe if we do the black TV frame, that kind of keeps some more black going on in here. I don't even know what this item is supposed to be. Oh, it looks like kitchen stuff. Oh my gosh, I literally didn't notice that when I put it down. That's so random. Maybe they just got some new silverware. Okay, some more weird swatches. Like, why isn't there a black? That makes no sense. Realistically, basically I should just go for black wood throughout the entire house. Yeah, even though it's a little bit mismatched like that, I'm gonna keep it. Maybe we can have some more black swatches in here. And I love that fun piano. Yeah, this is tough. The Desert Luxe curtains don't have a gray swatch. Looks like we're doing black curtains in here. Don't know what I was thinking using two different curtains for the same room. Okay, it looks like this poster doesn't have any other swatches, so I guess we have to leave it as is. I am really trying to keep an eye out, making sure I don't miss a single object. If I miss anything, let me know in the comments, but I think I'm doing a good job. We have to change our cute little plant. This one is a very cute swatch. I think it's supposed to be a hedgehog. I think this one actually turned out pretty cute. Let's see if we can successfully match the wallpaper to the flooring. It's not looking super promising. I feel like we could actually do the black flooring and match that to the dark blue wall. And we can even match the mirror to the sink. Okay, this bathroom is turning out a little interesting, a little different than I expected, to say the least. But I don't think it's bad, it's just weird. Listen, I warned us both that it was gonna be tough, and I was definitely right. You know, maybe we can bring in the sort of lighter wood color into the kitchen by using this light tile. Oh my god, what was I thinking? Actually, what was I thinking? The pattern of the herringbone with the like square tile, not it. And that is purely my fault because I knew the patterns when I chose it. Maybe we can go with this lighter green to match the wallpaper in the living room. What is this table? No wonder I didn't know what it was. I mean, I love the swatches, they're fun, but definitely not helping us out at all. But at least there's a plain black swatch, and I guess we literally have to choose that one. You know what, real quick, I'm coming back in here and changing the wallpaper to yellow. I was looking at it in the corner of my screen and I realized that the purple wallpapers were not matching. This is really looking weird, you guys. Like, I would do the black counters, but I hate that the cabinet is gray. But I don't think we have much of a choice. Okay, so these are the white swatch aprons that I chose, but there's this one which is slightly different, and I think it still counts. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I used the same rug in the kitchen for the kitchen mat. That looks a little silly, to be honest. Is it better with like the plain black? You can't really tell the patterns there. I feel like all the rooms individually aren't so bad, but it's super hard to make them match together. Wow, it looks so much nicer up here. It's like a breath of fresh air before we're just gonna ruin it all again. Oh my gosh, I was gonna use that because it looks like it matches the one downstairs, but it doesn't. It's slightly off, of course. Maybe we could go with like this sad beige color. The paintings don't have a black frame swatch. That's pretty insane. What? Oh, but this painting has a black swatch. Okay, that makes so much sense. Okay, and this chair from Horse Ranch. Maybe we can do it yellow to match the walls, but I hate how the cabinets on this are red. But we don't have a plain black swatch on it for some reason. It's kind of a lot darker up here than I wanted it to be, but it's literally this nightstand's fault. Unless I just go with the gray, I guess. That would make my life a little bit easier. I don't know. I don't know if that's better or worse, to be honest. Let's just move on. We'll forget about it. And I forgot that we used this really crazy wallpaper. This bed swatch isn't too bad. I feel like it kind of matches this wallpaper. These clouds look so silly against this wallpaper. You can hardly even see them. The carpet has this swatch. Oh my gosh, what is this? This nightstand has some interesting swatches. Maybe I'll just go with this one because it matches the floor. And just for reference, I did change the swatch of this lamp. It's just also kind of white. No, I can't change the swatch of the cat. That's okay. Maybe this cupcake painting is kind of cute. It matches the color scheme. And yeah, I believe I changed every swatch item in this room. I think I actually like this one. This one may be my favorite room. Like, it's not something I would do normally, which is what I like about it. We used green downstairs, so let's use yellow maybe. I feel like maybe this bed swatch is good, but then maybe I should go with the blue wallpaper. I honestly really love this art piece, and that swatch matches perfectly. Let's get the clutter out of the way. I think that brown one's pretty nice. And now we're on to our last room. Our final room of the coloring book challenge is this little bathroom right here. It's honestly been so cool to see this house go from completely white to all colored in. Ooh, the black with like the copper looks really fancy. I think it looks really good with this Home Chef Hustle tile. There's not too much to change in this bathroom, so we're already almost done. Okay, and that looks like the finished bathroom. This one's pretty fun. I actually really like the color scheme. And that's it for the entire house. Oh my gosh, that was definitely a wild ride. But overall, I think it came out pretty good. You know, there's definitely a lot of different colors from room to room, but I feel like it matches in the weirdest way. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it a complete mess, or do you think it turned out pretty normal. I mean, normal might be a stretch, but decent, I guess. Do you think it turned out decent? And one last look at the outside. Honestly, I like the outside. I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you all liked it. I think that this is a super fun challenge, so I hope you thought it was fun also. And I'll be posting this on the gallery if you want to download it for some reason. Maybe you like it, I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to this point. Go ahead and leave a like, a comment. I respond to pretty much all my comments, so feel free to say anything. And once again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I still feel like I haven't processed it yet, but I appreciate it so much. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!